gun people. Well, I'm hearing a lot on the news that, you know, Texas cops, Duncanville, man, they swarmed this guy. They shot him within 2 minutes of entering the building. And, you know, it sounds like they just ran in there under fire and took, look, I'm going to put this under earning a donut because I think the cops did a good job. At least they went in and at least they confronted him. But it's being made out to enhance the image of law enforcement that they did a great job. I'm going to go to the news report here in a minute. I'm going to tell you what I think happened because they're hiding this. So the suspect was identified, 42-year-old Brandon Ned of Dallas. More information about Ned was not released. No children, camp staff, or police were injured in the incident. The location, indoor sports center, 150 children attending a camp. Police received calls at 8:43 about a person with a gun and shots fired. Officers arrived on scene at 8:45. 2 minutes later, wow, restore faith in the Texas police. They were on the spot. Hey, there's always cops doing good jobs and cops doing shit. Our focus needs to be on the cops doing shit and hold them accountable. Cops doing good, that's what they're supposed to do. That's what they're getting paid to do. Everyone wants to come here, man, why don't you ever talk about the good the cops do? That's what they're supposed to do. They're getting paid. I don't do videos on a guy that made my hamburger and put the right ketchup and mustard on it. I just don't do it, okay? So if you want to, you know, go, there's plenty of channels out there where they just like to blow and you know, blow the horns about how great police are and how they're all heroes. It just ain't true. So if you want comforting lies, go to their channel. If you want hard truths, you can watch me. Your choice. Freedom. That's what it's all about. During a news conference, police said the suspect, who has not been identified, but they did identify him. That was one of the things. The staff member involved was not injured. Police said the suspect then tried to go into a classroom, but was unable to because the door was locked. The suspect then fled. So they're making this into another child shooting. I don't believe this. I think he was after his girlfriend. This was a domestic violence, and his girlfriend ran in here with kids and hid, and he was chasing her. And I'll tell you why I think that in a second. They're not saying that anywhere. That's a total swag on my part. But when I show the news article and they interview one of the persons, I'll let you know why I believe that. The suspect then went to the gymnasium where there was also children, police said. As the officers arrived, they found the suspect in the gymnasium. I think he was hiding. Officers exchanged gunfire with the suspect, struck him. According to police, he was taken to a hospital where he died. Aww. Police said, the news conference, a suspect entered the gymnasium when officers arrived. The children were moved into the building. The mayor, that the officers had just recently undergone active shooter training. See, active shooter, we're around kids. This is all bullshit reporting here. This ought to be being reported. Hey, there was a domestic violence. A woman ran into the place with kids to hide, and the suspect chased her in there, and there happened to be kids. I mean, what's wrong with the truth? Why do we have to confuse and give all these mystic bullshit reports? I just can't stand it. Our officers did not hesitate. Oh, man. Not like Uvalde. Not like DPS, the Texas Rangers, and Uvalde police. No. Our guys didn't hesitate. Everybody's a hero again. We're back on the hero mantra. We're giving out capes to officers now. They did what they were trained to do. Oh, now their training's good. Every other time they need more money for training. Somehow now, when it turns out good, their training was great. Perfect. It's unclear whether the man was targeting anyone in the field house. It's clear. Wait till you get the witness interview. It's damn clear. They're lying. Motive remains to be seen. That's bullshit. The Texas Rangers are conducting. Ooh, those guys are good. Wow. Department of Public Safety. Ooh, they wrote a lot of tickets, and now they're a Texas Ranger. Shooting between suspects. On Monday, it's not clear how many shots were fired during the exchange of gunfire. The identity of the man was also not released. Duncanville mayor, blah, 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 blah. Let's look at the news report. Okay, so here is the news report, and I'll pause it and tell you what they're saying between the lines.
Drop off their children, what has been revealed today about that investigation and the man Duncanville police shot.
And where were Texas DPS troopers when the gunman was inside Robb Elementary School?
We know where they were. There was 13 of them in the hallway. And back to the Uvalde shooting real quick. When this first came out, I was wondering why DPS was covering up for all the cops in the hallway. It didn't make sense. I even said in the Colonel in one of my earlier videos, if you go back to the playlist, I said, I don't know why he's covering them. Why didn't he just be honest and say they were cowards and they didn't go in? I don't know why he's trying to soft shoe this. Later he came out and said it was a mistake. But he seemed like he was protecting it, and I couldn't read why. What would be the purpose? Then it came out that 13 of the 19 officers were DPS. So he was protecting his own. That's why he was protecting. But anyway, I digress. Let's get back to this.
School in Uvalde. Well, today, the dispute over the agency's response. Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us here at 5. I'm Nicole Baker.
I'm Ken Molestina in for Doug this evening. Have identified the man who exchanged gunfire with officers inside of a packed summer camp at the
He exchanged gunfire with officers inside of packed summer camps. Kids everywhere. He was chasing his baby's mama or his significant other or his wife or his girlfriend or the girl he picked up.
Duncanville Fieldhouse.
Officers have ID'd the man for us tonight. Our Steve Pickett spent the morning.
Hi, Nicole. Ken, his name is Brandon Ned. He's 42 years of age. We know he spent time in prison over a decade ago.
So he's a convicted felon and he has a gun. But how come the gun isn't bad? How come this isn't black violence or felony violence or the laws didn't work or why did he go through how did he get the gun? Oh my God, we need more laws. The laws don't work, people. Laws only affect good people. They don't affect criminals. He's running, chasing his girlfriend with a freaking gun. He's shooting at the cops. And there'll be idiots saying we need more gun laws. Don't fall for that crap. So we know he's a convicted felon. He's got a rap. If he went to prison, you don't go to prison on the first time. That means he has several more arrests, several other convictions.
For intoxication manslaughter. I am told that he entered this field house here in Duncanville yesterday looking for a woman who actually may have been with him in his car.
So this is in no news reports anywhere that I've read. This is the first time I heard. He brought the woman there and they're still looking for her. They haven't identified her. In a minute, a witness is going to say the room that he shot through the window, the girl, she almost says his girlfriend or his wife. And then she corrects herself and said the girl he was looking for. Oh, now he's just looking for her. He's not stalking, chasing, trying to shoot her. He's just looking for her with a gun. Shooting at kids that the police came in and saved the day and their training was perfect. It's such bullshit.
Are at this location here on Monday. Today, children and young adults who heard and witnessed the danger that Mr. Ned brought to this location, well, they today have to live with the emotional impact of it all.
Now look, people, here's the witness that I'm talking about. But people are going to come here and chat, man, those kids still let it go through that, Rick, you're downplaying it. I'm not downplaying it. I just want honesty in reporting. Why is it so hard to say he went in there chasing a woman? The woman ran in and tried to use kids for cover because she picked a guy who had a gun who was an ex-felon. And now when he's trying to shoot her, she tries to hide with kids. And now she's missing in action. We haven't identified her. She endangered the kids. He endangered the kids. And we're going to make it about the gun endangered the kids. It's bullshit. That's my issue. I'm not denying the fact that kids were traumatized. Kids were in danger. It's wrong. You know what? Life isn't safe, people. Freedom is not easy. Freedom is hard. But you know what's easy? Tyranny. Know what's easy? Passing more laws, restricting freedoms. That's easy.
From the minute that gunman entered the facility, they were interacting with the AmeriCorps members.
Okay, so now she's kind of tooting her own horn. They played this little clip. Remember, they probably cut out her interview. So they played a little clip. Our students were in it. They were interacting. Our kids were safe. Okay, promote the narrative.
Kevin Vickner's Equal Heart Group provided camp counselors, AmeriCorps members, for Duncanville's summer camp campaign inside the city-owned Duncanville Fieldhouse. 20 of the 40 AmeriCorps camp counselors inside the Fieldhouse on Monday.
Hey, there's those Texas Rangers, Department of DPS. Those guys are good. They're on the spot. They're going to investigate. Woo, look at that reflection.
They moved to the City Rec Center today to serve children who faced that Fieldhouse shooting.
When the gunman turned his attention to the 3 to 4 year old classroom where the person he was looking for was hiding.
Did you catch that? As soon as when I was watching this, I'm like, what just happened there? They kind of passed over that. Did you catch that? when he was looking for his, the person he was, what?
Turned his attention to the 3 to 4 year old classroom where his, the person he was looking for was hiding.
Where his, the person he was looking for was hiding? We haven't heard anything about a woman hiding. Why was she hiding? Well, I mean, how can you not know that? How can you do interviews? You have all this news coverage. I've heard on the radio for 2 days how there was another school attack. Children were in danger. The cops ran in and saved the day. I didn't hear anything about a woman was running from an ex-felon with a gun, that backgrounds checked, that violated the laws, that was unlawful possession of a gun, shouldn't have had a gun. We haven't heard anything about where he bought the gun. We got receipts. We haven't heard any of that. Why? Because it doesn't fit the narrative. Just bullshit.
His attention to the 3 to 4 year old classroom where his, the person he was looking for was hiding. We had 10 AmeriCorps members in that room. These were young people who were having to shield 3
Now let's switch the story. Let's get away from a woman used kids to hide. She ran into a place with kids and hid and used them for cover because she picked a maniac, ex-felon, crazy guy with a gun, and she made bad decisions. So now she endangered all these kids. Rick, she's probably a single mom, and it's not her fault. It was his fault, and he was abusing her, and it's you men's fault. Okay, it's the men's fault. It's the gun's fault. It's everybody's fault. All right.
Duncanville police detailed a multi-officer response to 911 calls from that field house. They say Ned fired one round.
Ned's got a nice gold chain. Where'd he get that chain? How did he get a gun? He's an ex-felon. How did he get a gun? He can't pass a background check. It's illegal. How did he get on that campus with a gun illegally? How did he shoot at his girlfriend? That's illegal. We need more laws. We need to get rid of those guns. That's the problem. It's not Ned's fault. It's not his girlfriend's fault that ran and took shelter behind kids and tried to endanger their lives. No. It's not their fault, Rick. It's the gun. Okay, I got it. Freaking idiots.
Found inside the complex, then targeted another shot at a classroom window where children were hiding.
Oh, so he shot a window out where children were hiding. Doesn't say where he was chasing and stalking his girlfriend, his ex-girlfriend, the hooker he picked up, his wife, baby mom. I don't give a shit what you want to call her. It doesn't even mention her. We're only pushing the narrative of poor children and guns and how bad it is and how we got to get but we're not really saying how this guy is so bad that he got a gun and where he bought it, and we've got the receipt, and he had 2 of those mean AR rifles. Oh, I'm sorry, he only had a pistol. We're not going to go after the pistols till we get the rifles. Then we'll start saying we need to get the pistols, because that's what government does. They want the guns.
Ned died after police found him in the facility's gymnasium. Today, families with children who faced that gunfire on yesterday returned to the temporary camp at the rec center.
Oh, Gordon for mayor loves this. He's like, dude, man, I got my shit on freaking YouTube and free publicity. Yeah. Look at all this freaking bullshit.
Well, as a father, you know what I mean? You ain't gonna never.
This guy's funny. He's like, he's kind of like a dad. He's like, you know, as a father, man, it sucks and, you know, it's risk. And then he gets his mom's really upset.
You feel good about your son coming to an environment like this, but, you know, given the situation and the times we live in, you know, it's normal sometimes. But his mother, on the other hand, she's devastated.
I just like the way his eyebrows, and he's like, dude, man, she ain't happy.
Of course they're shaking up.
And this girl, when she went to the store to get her earrings, they were all out of the big earrings, so she had to get the small ones.
And a little shaky, but overall they knew that by the grace of God, they was trusted and he had his angels protecting them.
And both of them.
So God protected him, not people with guns to stop a guy with a gun. No. God protected him, not a good person with a gun. And it didn't have to be the cops. This is freaking Texas. I can't believe there's all these shootings and nobody has a freaking gun. I know a lot of Texans, and a lot of them carry guns everywhere. And it seems like all these damn shootings, nobody has a freaking gun. There was one at the church where they had armed people and they shot that guy really quick. When he pulled out a shotgun, they killed him almost immediately. But there was another one where a guy ran from a church and a guy grabbed his gun and chased him down. But there's a lot of shootings where somebody doesn't have a gun. And I'm like, what the hell, man? It used to be you couldn't go anywhere without good Texans exercising their right to be armed and to protect the citizens and good people and to hold freaking dumbass criminals accountable.
Those parents who we spoke with and others also invariably with the same question as to why. Why did he come here? Why did he have a weapon? How did he access? All of those questions.
What do you mean why? He was chasing his freaking girlfriend that got out of a car that is somehow missing, that nobody wants to talk about. Just amazing how they can lie. Anyway, I'll put this on the Duncanville cops because at least they showed up and engaged the guy and shot back. They didn't run as soon as he shot at him. They went in there and he had a bigger gun than them and they were outgunned, so they had to pull back and call for SWAT. Yeah, whatever. Okay, these cops went in, took care of business. Good for them. This will go on earning the donut. We'll end that there.